For those curious, my name is Alexa, although I like to go by my nicknames, which are either Lex or Alexa, whichever one is fine. Okay, it's early morning. I got up a little early for this because I have a lot to talk about with what I just have a lot to talk about. It's around 11. Sorry. I said 11. Oh, good. Sorry. It's around 8. It's 8 o'clock. Around 8 o'clock in the morning. Normally I don't do my videos this early, but today, today's a different day. I did a little bit of a before clip expressing what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about the Jonas Brothers and their latest album, Happiness Begins. Let you know what I liked about it, what I didn't, and if I'm okay with this new Jonas Brothers. Sometimes you gotta grow with the artist. I did listen to the album. All here. Oh no, that's not just the other. It's somewhere. Oh, and oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, I wrote it a lot, but we're gonna try and get into this in a short moment and try and break it down. Even though this is a lot of writing here, I'm gonna try and break it down as best as possible. First off, I just want to say I'm getting the album. It was so, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say, really. Bear with me if I'm like all over the place, because I'm really trying to I'm really trying my best here. This is something I wanted to try, and I really don't know how this is going to come out, so just bear with me if it happens to be a little crazy. Alright, so first up on the album was a song called Sucker. Now this was their single back as being a band, and I was listening to it, started freaking out for a good moment, not really, but a little bit, and then once I actually started to really listen to the song, I don't know, I thought it was pretty catchy. This was a song I was actually trying to avoid when they came back, because I didn't feel like I was ready to listen to them just yet, and every time they tried coming on, I would chase the channel, but if I was in listening to it somewhere, I tried to avoid it because I heard it a little bit already. I wasn't really surprised by it. When you listen to a song, you're for the first time, you're getting that okay, that surprise feeling, whatever feeling you're getting, actually, not just that. But this one I wasn't really surprised with, because I did hear it a little bit, but to hear it fully without interruption, I thought it was catchy. I thought it was pretty catchy. It made me move, which is good, because who doesn't like to move in a song, right? So yeah, Sucker, I did like it. I liked it. Would I say this is a favorite of mine? I don't know. I'm not really sure. But it is one that I would probably listen to more than once. But I don't know if I'd listen to it on a loop. For all I know, that might change after this video is all wrapped up. But I don't know, sometimes there's a song, you got that catchy song that does catch your attention, but it's not always one that's gonna be a favorite. This one, I don't know if it's a favorite of mine, but I know I like it, so there's that. The next song on the album is called Cool. And it's funny to me. I don't know if it's gonna be funny to you guys, because when I look at it, Cool is number 2 on the album. And if you look at it, it says, it's like number 2, cool, right? So it looks like too cool. Now I don't know if there's any like camp rock fans out there who are watching this who know camp rock. We all know the song Too Cool that was sung by Megan Martin. I believe that's her name if I'm not mistaken. AKA Tess Tyler. She sang a song called Too Cool on Camp Rock. So I thought that was pretty funny when I saw this. Like, oh wow, reminds me of Camp Rock. And then I'm like, wait, I wonder if they did that on purpose because they were on Camp Rock playing a band called Connect 3. Or if that was just happened to be a coincidence and they probably didn't realize that if you look at it, it says Too Cool and it automatically, you know, it's like a throwback to the, you know, to the Camp Rock days. But yeah, I don't think they knew, but if they did, I wouldn't be surprised. But this song, it was a little, I guess so it went from being like such an upbeat, poppy, catchy song to like a more, you know, mellowed out type, which was nice. I mean, it's nice that they didn't like you know, have their whole album be such like upbeats and then I wouldn't know what to do myself. Listening to the second verse, remembering it because I remember the first line to it. Right? This was the one, right? Oh no, it wasn't actually. Oh no, sorry, this was not. I was thinking about a different song. So Joe, he mentioned Game of Thrones. Now, a lot of people know that show. I've never watched Game of Thrones. I've only heard about it. Do I plan on watching it? No, I do not. But he mentioned Game of Thrones, and I thought that was pretty interesting because I believe his fiance is one of the characters, probably the main characters. I think she's one of the main characters. So I thought that was pretty interesting that he threw that line in there. That was not a coincidence whatsoever. I don't think anyway. The chorus I also thought was nice. I put here. I can't remember the chorus to be honest with you, but I'm sure it was good. There's a line in the song that I actually thought was like very like nice and sweet, and Nick, I think he was the one that said, or Nick or Joe, oh my gosh, I know it's not Kevin because Kevin's always playing like one of the guitars, but he's always doing like the back vocals for them, like you know, like to have all their voices, I guess. But I think I'm gonna say it might have been Nick, but it could have been Joe. And they sang one of the lines that was sung in it was, "When I grow up, I want to be just like me." That's how cool they were feeling, and I just like, well, that's a pretty good line if I don't say so myself. I thought that was pretty good. Yes, this is gonna sound cheesy, but I actually did think that the song was pretty cool. I felt like it was like that type of like groovy song, like one of those songs that you kind of just groove along with it, like kind of just like you're feeling it. So I thought it was like one of those type of songs. I really liked it. This was another single. This was their second single back. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned that. I probably didn't, but this was their second single back, and yeah, it was pretty good to me. So I don't really have anything else to say. Okay, this was the one, wasn't it? Yes, I knew this was the second one. I knew it. We are on the third song. This is the line. This was the line. Sorry. This was the one where I was like, is this the line that I remember pretty clearly? And yes, no, this was the second. That wasn't the line, but this one is. The song was okay when it started. I was kind of like, what is this gonna sound like? What is this? At first, I wasn't really sure on it. I wasn't really. All I had to do was start, and I was like, okay, wait, is this gonna be one of those songs that I actually don't like? And so, because it's just the way that it opened opened up or whatever. I was just like, but so I didn't really. I was like, no, I'm gonna give this a go. I'm gonna like give this a try, because if I don't really like a song, my automatic thing is just to change it. But I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give this a chance. So even though I had no idea what to expect with this song, I still was like, I'm gonna give it a listen. I'm glad I did give it a listen, by the way, because this actually is pretty darn great. I wrote at one moment where I was like, okay, capital letters. So I think this is that type of song. Now I don't have to explain what I mean by that type of song, because I'm pretty sure most of you will know what I mean by saying that type of song. Now it's not like overly that, you know, that kind of song, but when you hear it, you just know, okay, this is one of those songs. In the chorus, around the chorus, I believe, was it? Yes. There was like this really cool xylophone part. At least I think that was a xylophone. It was some type of similar xylophone type of instrument. Did that make any sense? Because I don't know. I felt like it was a xylophone, but it could have been like one of those other like chime instruments that I have no idea what they're called. This is probably why I run out of space, because I'm always like doing this, where I'm like, hold on, pause. That was perfect. Okay, the second verse. I'm finding a theme here. I feel like I'm really liking the second verses of these songs. But the second verse, yeah, I like it. The way it was is why I like it. So it goes, I'm gonna try and do it how they did it. It's like, I don't know if I can like just like say it. So I'm gonna end up saying the part that I remember, because this one is in my head. Okay, it goes, early morning, la la light, only getting up to close the blinds, or something like that. So yeah, don't mind my voice. I just thought I'd do it like that. The whole second verse I like, okay, with that line, the way they came in to hear that line, I was like, oh, I really like this one. I really like this part. So it's like, I just thought, like, really, like the whole first part where he used to go early morning, la la light, and then the whole other part to it. Yep. But the whole chorus, to that song is so good. I thought it was really good. But yeah, Only Human by the Jonas Brothers is the first song on their album that I'm considering my favorite, because I don't know, it's just it's good. It's one of those, I can't describe it. It's a good song. From what I can remember, it's more like, you know, you kind of just like, it's one of those songs that you put on like one of your like feel good lists and just kind of dance along to, and just, you know, sing what you know, and just like have a good time, you know. But yes, Only Human's my favorite so far. Moving on to the fourth song off the album, I Believe. Oh my gosh. I didn't write a lot about this, I don't think. Yeah, no. I didn't write a lot about this. I think this was, yes, listening to this song, I had some thoughts come in when it first started. It reminded me of a Zayn Malik song. Like, I know. Why did I have to bring One Direction into this? First off, Zayn is not part of One Direction in this timeline. So, there's no One Direction. Yes, he was a member of One Direction, but he's Zayn Malik now. So he's his own artist. He's his own person. So, yes. But if you know Zayn, you probably know Zayn, but if you've heard of like Zayn's solo stuff, and you hear this song, and you listen to I Believe, and you hear the opening to it, and you like the way it starts, you're gonna think it's Zayn. Like, after I've said it now, you might go, oh yeah, wait, that actually sounds like it, like a Zayn type of song. It only, like, just the way it started, it reminded me of Zayn. Like, if like, when I was listening to it, I was like, wait, is Zayn on this album? Am I listening to a Zayn song? Did I click on one accidentally? Because it sounded like as if Zayn was about to sing this song. I thought I was gonna get like emotional listening to it. I thought it was pretty. It was pretty. I thought it was really pretty, and it made me almost get emotional. Like, I was feeling the emotions trying to come up, but I was like, no, it's too early in this album to be crying right now. So we're only on track 4 for them to be trying to do that early on to me. So these type of songs always tend to get me, if you know, and they did a good job. They almost, you know, they yeah, they didn't, but track 4 was my second favorite. Moving on to number 5. This song was called Used to Be. Now, the start off was like a nice guitar. From what I remember, it was like a guitar coming, like starting it, and then I think Joe or Nick, I think Joe maybe sang first. And I think at this moment I was like, I think you've encountered our first like sad love song. It's one of those like reminiscence type of songs, in my thought to it anyway. That's what I'm thinking that now, because I wasn't sure what kind of words to put with this, so I would say it's like one of those reminiscence type of songs. But there was a beat that came in towards, like, it was in the beginning, I think, like the second half of the first verse, like, so around the chorus. I liked it. Oh, I just want to say, yeah, normally when I'm listening to a song, I always tend to focus on the lyrics. That's why, like, when it comes to my favorites, I like to listen to the lyrics of the songs first. So if they have a music video with it, I will listen to the song first before I watch the music video, just so I can get the, you know, just so I know what is happening, what's like is being said in it, and so that way when I do watch the music video, I'm not like confused, like, okay, but what are they saying? Oh, but that's nice. Oh, look at that tree, that's so pretty, you know, like getting all distracted. That's what I mean. Because, you know, when you're watching a music video, you're trying to focus on the video, but if you're not really sure what they're saying in the lyrics, I mean in the song, you're going to be confused to what's going on. So I like to listen to the lyrics first. But there are certain moments in this album where I was focusing on like the beats of it, and kind of like the way it's coming in. Oh, this was the second time where I got almost got emotional, but the song did give me some chills, which, yeah. Track 6 is called Every Single Time. And okay, so when I listened to this, I felt like when it first started, it was kind of like walking into a room, not really knowing what you walked into. That's how I described the song when it first started. But listening to it more, the song was like a hitter. It was one of those hitter type songs, like you know when you're listening to a song and like it like not hits you hard, but like just the song itself it's like it gives you that feeling of like it makes you go like, you know, like damn type of thing, you know. That was one of those songs. To me anyway. It was like when you heard it, it was more of like those this one was like, I would say it's like more of like you feel like a little bit of the like and like a frustrated emotion type of thing, like, you know, the way the lines were going, the way the lyrics were, you feel like you hear these like very frustration type of emotions, frustration type of lyrics, but you like pretty much you just hear, like you can hear what kind of emotion is behind it. And then there was like some reggae. I felt the way they were singing the song. I felt like there was like there's some reggae vibes that I got from it, like somewhat. Like I can't really explain it. It's a great song. I put it as a pretty great song. And yeah, that's every single time. Oh my gosh. Number 7. Sorry. Okay, so I actually, this is like about a few hours after. Nah, I'm kidding. I had to charge my my camera for a bit, so I knew this was gonna be quite long. I had a feeling, you know, but we're back to recording. While I waited, I ended up having some like a small breakfast, so like some coffee and some cereal. That's pretty much it. But we move on to number 7, which at the end of the last part I was pretty excited to talk about. I think I still am. I don't really have a lot to say with this song, except that it's a favorite of mine. I'm just gonna say it right then and there. Track 7 off Happiness Begins of the album. It's called Don't Throw It Away. It's so good. So good. I loved it. I love it. All I really talked about with it is just the lyrics to it. The whole song itself is just really, really beautiful. I flippin' love this. I love this one. Now we can move on to track 8. And this song is called Love Her. I'm not gonna say that I got emotional, but I got emotional. I got really emotional with this song. I was just hearing it, the tears started to form. I had to, yeah. I was like, no, I didn't want it. I didn't want that. I didn't want that. So thanks, Joe, Nick, Kevin. Thanks for getting me so emotional with the song, because, you know, I was trying to keep my composure. I was trying not to get emotional, but you can't help yourself when you hear a good song, and this is a really good song. This was the first song I actually got emotional with. So this one had the waterworks coming. It's just really, it's really, really pretty, really beautiful. There was another line that I really liked that said, it's like the hard parts are always worth it. And I almost got emotional there too. Like the whole point of this song, well, not the whole, well, not the whole point, but the song as a whole, it's just about the lyrics. I really, really love the lyrics, and it even gave me chills at one point, probably towards the, I don't know, it's ended up being another favorite of mine. So I've got a few favorites that I will probably listen to on loop, maybe, probably, I don't know. After it finished, I was like, I hate you guys. No, I don't. It's like opposite day. Like, if I say I hate you, no, I love these. I love the Jonas Brothers. They're like, again, they're my favorite band. And so I hate the fact that they made me cry with this song. But other than that, I just really love the song. It's really pretty, and yeah, just that. Okay, so now we move on to number 9, track 9. This song is called Happy When I'm Sad. Now, when I heard this song, it reminded me of a Paramore song called Fake Happy, because of the way it's like, okay, so the song is upbeat, right? But you're like, you know, I feel like this is the type of song that you're gonna listen to and you might like it, like you like it just, you know, with the way it is. But just because a song is like upbeat and just happy going does not mean it's actually a happy song. It's just one of those things that it's like, there's a deeper meaning behind it. So when you're listening to it, you're thinking it's an upbeat type of song, and even though you're singing the lyrics and you're like, you know, maybe dancing along to it, you're not really understanding it until you like actually open your ears to listen to it. Yeah, these are just like, this is another song that I really like the lyrics for. There was I believe it was the bridge, you know, towards the ending, the hook of it, or is that the hook that grabs you in? Anyway, the bridge, you know, when the song is coming to a close, there's a line in it that says, I put on a smile, don't need a facelift, why can't I when everyone fakes it? Like, what? I don't even know. I'm like, we all know this song, and not even just like know it, but more like, you know, most of the time, yes, we have moments where even though someone like may seem happy and they have this good energy going or something, we don't really think about like what is being hidden underneath, like what is behind the smile or something. And this is the type of song, it's like, you know, they like, even in the song they say, you know, they think I'm happy when I'm sad, they think I'm happy when I'm sad, but you know, they don't, you don't really know, you know, like you think you know it, but you don't. And it's just, I don't know, when I heard this, the first song that first thing I thought about was that like a Paramore song from their last album, or latest album. I don't know if they have another one out now. After Laughter, this is what one of the songs on that album reminded me of, and I was trying to think of it, and I'm like, okay, what song? I ended up looking it up, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is the one, Fake Happy. It reminded me of this one. But this is just one of those songs where you have to actually like don't take what it is off the surface, you know, so, you know, dig a little deeper to actually really look at it. When I was listening to it, I was like, okay, this is okay. It's not like, you know, great. That's okay. As I was, you know, listening more to it, I end up actually liking it. Like, you know, is it a favorite? I don't know, but this is a song that I'd probably hear again, maybe like twice, maybe 2 to 3 times if I happen to come like across it. But I do like this song. I do like it, and I just like the meaning. I like the meaning behind it. I like the whole song as a whole. It's good. It's good. Track 10 is called Trust. I can't really describe it. I don't know how to describe this. I didn't know how to describe it yesterday, and I don't know how to describe it, you know, talking about it now. But I knew I liked it. The only thing I said here was that it's a groovy track, and that's pretty good. The next song, track 11, is called Strangers. To sum up this song, I like this. That's it. I just liked it. I really liked it. I had no other words, but I like this. So, yeah. Track 6. Track 6. Why am I going back? We move on to track 12. Okay. It's called Hesitate. So I thought it was pretty good, just so that you know. And I also made another One Direction type of resemble. This song, I said, reminded me of a Harry Styles kind of song. I know, it's just the way when you're listening, how it starts. Okay, when you're listening to it, then you'll understand. Like, this song is like a Harry Styles type of writing style kind of song, if that made any sense whatsoever. I don't know, when you listen to an artist and you listen to how they sound individually compared to if they were like a band or something, if they were in a group, and you know, you kind of know what that sounds like, but to hear them separately, yeah, sometimes you kind of, you know, take in the writing styles, and you're listening to other songs, you're like, oh wow, this reminds me of this and this. So yeah, Hesitate reminded me of like Harry Styles kind of writing. This is another song where I really loved the writing to it, pretty much. Really beautiful, really great, and yes, that's it. That is it. Oh, also it's one of my favorites. Track 13. Roller Coaster. Listening to these songs, first I just want to say, listening to these songs, there was a lot of different artists that I thought about with certain songs. So like, you know, that one song that reminded me of Zayn, and that one song reminded me of Harry, and Roller Coaster was just another song that that gave me other like artists, other type of artist vibes. When it started, okay, not really when it started, but like while it was playing, it gave me Avicii vibes. This song, like, you know, that song "Wake Me Up" by Aloe Black. This song reminded me of that. And then I also, when I was listening to it some more, it reminded me of Selena Gomez, that song "Wolves" that she did with Marshmello. And it's just had this song has that kind of vibes, but I think it felt more like Avicii, like the song, like, you know, "Wake Me Up." But it's similar. It reminded me of those two artists. Those are the ones I kind of, that came to my mind, like, oh, this reminds me of this, but it also reminds me of this too. I don't know why. I don't know why. I guess similar, like maybe the similar way of the sounding, or, you know, just the way it was going. It's more when it came around to the chorus, when you know, where I got the two artist is. I don't know, like if you know this album and you like, if say this is one of your favorite songs or you've heard it, listen to it again and you let me know if you getting those vibes too, or maybe it's just the Jonas Brothers. Now we've come to the last song. Finally! Cheer for joy! This is over. No, I'm kidding. That's probably what a lot of you are thinking. I don't know, for all I know. Last song on this list. We made it. We've made it. Come Back. Track 14. So I remember this one because I remember when I saw the title, I was like, I didn't really know what this song was gonna be. I didn't know what to expect with this song. I thought they were gonna like throw me for some type of loop, because I remember saying to myself, don't throw me for a loop here, because I'm like looking at the title, I'm like, okay, is this gonna be like some type of like hard hitting type of song where you're just like, it's just very, you know, up kind of like, you're just like, you know, like I thought this was just gonna be like a we're back type of song. And then I listened to it and I got thrown for a loop with it anyway. It was not that kind of song whatsoever. It was very calming, actually. I thought it was gonna be like an upbeat kind of song, but it was actually more calm, which I was not expecting. I thought it was pretty nice that actually this one was a bit more calming than like the others, because you know there was a good few that were actually pretty upgoing, probably pretty like dance, you know, like dance tracks or like just songs that you can group to. But I like that this one was calm. Love the lyrics. They were really great. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to say with this. It was a really nice, calm, sweet kind of song, and I loved it. What are some final thoughts that I have about this album? What can I tell you that I haven't already said? Like I said, I'm buying this album one way or another. I already have it downloaded on my Spotify, so yes. Now, I know probably recording this is probably going to be pretty much everywhere because I don't even know. So sorry if it is everywhere, if the energy is kind of like all over the place. It's just, yeah. But in a way, if I'm being honest, this, you know, the whole energy being all over the place, that is exactly what I felt listening to this album. Literally, the emotions were just, jeez, there are so many different emotions with this album. Like, you got the fun, you got the you know, deepness, you got the love songs, those, you know, you got them songs, if you know what I'm talking about. But it was just so much going on, but I loved it, and there was like different emotions. At the end of the album, like I said, my plan was to record it before reaction, like, okay, I'm getting ready to listen to this album, I'll let you guys know what I think after. And just after the fact though, you know, listening to it and then finishing it at like, it's like starting it at 6 o'clock, around 6 o'clock, and then finishing it almost close to like 9:30 at night. Yes, it was just like, so I felt like all the energy in me just was like gone. I was just pretty much drained after this album. All the energy in me was just like, yeah, no, we're done for today. We'll speak our thoughts on a later date. And so that's why I woke up a little early today, so I could get this started, because, you know, but who knew that it'd take me most of the morning, flipping recording at like 8 o'clock and not being, it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon right now. Like, this took me majority of the day, but you know what? I am okay with that. I'm fine with that, because I had to get my thoughts out. I didn't know where the heck my thoughts were gonna go with this album. I don't even know if this is gonna be a good review. but I just really wanted to express my thoughts on it because I've been a fan of the Jonas Brothers for like as long as I can remember, since they came out, since flipping me watching, you know, making my bed and seeing on the TV this song Mandy, and then being like, what song is this? And then me hearing it and like, ooh, I like it. I like this band. So I remember when I first heard them, and then like you know, being such a fan, and then, you know, having them split, that was like, oh, I hated that so much. Like you know how everyone went crazy when One Direction split? Yeah. Yeah, when One Direction split, or sorry, went on hiatus, and well, when Zayn split from One Direction, everybody went crazy. And then them going on hiatus, everyone still went crazy. But this is my One Direction moment for the Jonas Brothers, because I was just like I was sad about it, but I mean, I did understand. And then flipping few years, like what, 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 6 years later, maybe, I'd say, flipping coming back with this whole new album, just flipping surprising everybody, surprising me, and I was like, oh my goodness gracious, the Jonas Brothers are back, the Jonas Brothers are back. So I was just really excited. I was really excited, and I wanted to record this because this is pretty much my childhood, like, coming together. So, you know, listening to this album, and like hearing what we're getting out of them, because I didn't know what kind of sound they were going to go for. For all I knew, they probably would have changed it completely, and you know, I would have been like, oh, I don't know if I like this. But you know, listening to it, I love it. You know, I love their new sound. Like, you know, eventually, again, like I said before, with artists, you know, sometimes they grow, and sometimes not a lot of the fans that were there from the beginning stay because they're not really into the sound that, you know, they now have. But sometimes you have to grow with the artist, like, and if you can't, that's okay. You can find someone else that might fit what you know, what you are into. But if you can grow with an artist, that just shows how, you know, how much of a bond you have with them. So I love this. I love this album. I could talk all day I mean, as you can see, I probably could talk all day, but hearing this album, I really love it, and I'm really glad they're back, and I look forward to seeing what else they got. I know there's a song that they came out with sometime this month, sometime this year, about 2 months ago, that I have to listen to. I'd put it with here, but this would be too long, so I might end up doing like I don't know, trying to like look at it, reacting to it, seeing what that is, what that song is. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm just really happy that they're back, and yeah, I'm gonna be getting this album. The fact that this album is now existent, and I've embraced it. I know it's real, it's not a dream, they're back. I'm happy with it. I'm ecstatic. I don't know, I have a lot of feelings for this, so I don't it's just too much to like express in one, but just what I said is how I feel. If you guys you know, found this to be very entertaining, or if you liked it, do let me know your thoughts down below. If you have heard this album, I hope some of you have, let me know what your thoughts were about it. Share your favorite songs, which ones did you not like, did you like the whole album as a whole, like, you know, I really love to hear other people's opinions on it. I love it. I love everything about it, but I know that there might be some people out there that have heard it and maybe aren't like on board with it, but you know, just share your thoughts. If you guys like this channel as a whole and you like these type of videos, do follow along and subscribe if you want. And yeah, with that is my whole morning with you guys. If you made it to the end or watched the whole thing of this, I do Sorry, that shouldn't have been funny. I really do appreciate you being here. If you guys watched any of my other videos, thank you for that too. I hope you guys are all doing well and are staying safe, and I hope you're keeping occupied. I hope you're enjoying your day in whatever way or form that is. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.